Alright guys, so in my last video I talked a lot about different damage multipliers and I think I included basically just too much information and just kind of, in too long of a video, and I didn't focus on the main thing I was trying to get across. And that was basically that heavies and warhounds have armor plating, which is different from the actual armor that normal enemies have. Now in this slide you can see basically the math that I did and the weapons that I used. As you can see, my damage to targets out of cover did more than my damage to armor pistol. And they're basically the same pistol, same damage, just different stats on them, right? Well, based on some of the feedback that I saw in the comment sections from the last video, I decided that it might be necessary to actually go back and prove some of that stuff with actual video footage, just more focused on this specific topic. So what I ended up doing was basically just crafting a bunch of revolvers. And I basically tried to craft as many as I could until I got 3 revolvers that had the exact same pistol damage, meaning that all of those weapons would have the same damage. Then I actually got lucky. One had damage to targets out of cover, one had health damage, and then I just rolled another one for damage to armor. But they had the same base damage, so basically I could see easily if, health worked, if damage to armor worked, or if out of cover worked. So the first thing I did was I tested it out on the range. And you can see here, with my damage to health on an armored target, I am doing 612,000 damage. So basically what I did was I just changed over to my damage to armor pistol on the target. And now you can see that I'm hitting for 642k. So you can definitely see that that increase did apply because obviously damage to health versus damage to armor on an armor target, right? Now, if everything holds true, basically we should be seeing those things represent themselves again on a heavy enemy. So basically on a heavy or on a warhound, we should see damage to armor being more effective than damage to health, and we should probably see damage to targets out of cover being more effective than the other two. So just like in the shooting range, my first test is with the damage to health pistol, and you can see here on this heavy, I end up hitting for 655k with damage to health on his plates. Alright, so I changed from the damage to health pistol to a damage to armor pistol, just so I can get that direct comparison. Now you can see here, I'm only hitting for 612, basically like I hit for damage to health on the armor target in the range. So you can see that the damage to armor is not affecting the heavy. And then I went into damage to target out of cover, just to get that out of the way. And you can see here, I'm hitting for 652. And then just to stress this point again, I switched back to my damage to health pistol. Now I'm doing this just so I can break the armor and then do damage again to his actual health. And you can see I'm still hitting for that 655 on his armor plates. And then as soon as I break his armor and I'm actually shooting his health, I am again still hitting for 655. 655 versus 655 on plates or skin. So damage to health, yes, it does work on heavies. And I know some people didn't believe me about the warhounds, so I decided to go test this stuff out on some warhounds. Now, I did have to actually change out some of my crit damage pieces just because I wanted to get less crit damage. I wanted to get less crit chance because I just wanted to show you the base damage. And the reason I'm doing this is because I had to go through a bunch of warhounds because I just kept killing them too quickly and not actually getting the numbers that I wanted to show you. So it was a little bit annoying. So I basically just wanted to get as low on my crit as I could without actually changing anything on the build. Now you can see here, hit him in the armor plate for 685 with my damage to armor pistol. Now this is a little bit different numbers because I'm using a technician, and of course I have 12% damage to like the mechanical targets, right? Well, I changed to damage to health. And you can see here, hit for 733. So I'm hitting for more damage than the damage to armor pistol. Now I'm going to break his actual armor plating and show you 733k to his internal, I guess, health, you would say. So yes, damage to health is more effective on these armor plated targets. And just to quickly show you, yeah, I'm using target out of cover knee pads, so that's where I get a little bit of that from for my calculations. And of course, if you really care about my stats, this is pretty much my breakdown. So that's pretty much the only point I wanted to stress again. So if you're a PvE player and you're fighting these targets, damage to armor does not do anything on armor plating. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one.